Valkyria Chronicles II is here, and that means all the fools who missed the original PS3 strategy RPG can finally make amends. This sequel captures what made the first game so special, gives it a new story, and it's an amazing ride. Picking up 2 years after the princess revealed herself to be a Darkson in the first game, Valkyria Chronicles II finds Gallia in the midst of a civil war over the royal bloodline. Forces are thin as they engage the rebels on all fronts, so students from the Lancel Academy are pulled in as troops when needed. That's where you come in as Yvonne Hardens, a 17-year-old slacker who joins the squad to find out what happened to his brother.
Are we to place the fate of our nation in the hands of these imposters?
Valkyria Chronicles II is a delightful mix of the familiar and some new PSP touches. That watercolor, pencil-drawn art style is back, along with a bunch of stunning anime cutscenes. But a more humorous focus changes the feel of the game. Whereas Alicia and Welkin were serious soldiers in the original title, Yvonne's assigned to Class G, the rejects of Lancel. It's up to him to pull the team of misfits together and stop the coming threat. Part of this will happen in the story itself, but you'll have a lot of optional stuff to get into if you want to flesh out the characters and get the most from your team. This stuff plays out in the hub world, which is this 3D moving portrait of the school. You can pop into the classroom to talk to kids, flip through your yearbook to replay cutscenes and see how relationships are forming, and upgrade your classes. Just like before, you have unit classes such as Shock Trooper and Scout that you can pour XP into and make stronger. You can upgrade weapons, unlock new missions, and even buy new orders to give on the battlefield. So, master that, and then get back to leveling troops, creating better tanks, and trying to romance the ladies of Lancia.
Gotcha!
If you played the original Valkyria Chronicles, the gameplay should be very familiar, and that's a very, very good thing. Before every mission, you'll get to see your win conditions, along with what type of enemies you'll go up against, and then you can pick your squad and deploy. You can plan from the overview screen and see the layout of the battlefield, make orders that increase a given soldier's attributes, and then move these people one by one. When you jump into a character's boots, the view switches to that of a third-person shooter. You move that character around for as long as the movement meter allows, and get to attack once. All of this is governed by command points. You have a limited number each turn, and taking over a character or giving an order consumes them. Making sure you get where you want to be and pull off the action you want comes down to careful planning. In short, the gameplay in Valkyria Chronicles II is awesome. Figuring out the best way to get a mission done, executing it, and getting an A rank with a bunch of experience and supplies is rewarding. In the beginning, a lot of the missions are a cakewalk, so the real challenge is getting the best ranks you can. But as things go on, you're going to be pushed to your limits again and again. It can definitely be frustrating, but I didn't find it devastating. I always wanted to come back and play more. If you do find yourself stuck, you can always grab a friend for ad hoc multiplayer. This time around, you can team up with friends and take on story challenges together. This is invaluable. There's a versus mode here as well, but it's less awesome. Don't get me wrong, it's good, but it can be unbalanced. You pull in your army from the story, so playing against a noob can be a bloodbath. Overall, there are a few things I like to see changed on the gameplay side. Stuff like standby radiuses and the inability to easily see command points when you've selected a soldier, but these aren't big deals.
Coming at you! Eat this!
I don't miss.
A lot of fans scoff when Valkyria Chronicles II was announced as a PSP exclusive. It's time to eat those words. This game captures all the awesome gameplay of the original, gives you loads of stuff to customize, tosses in some beautiful art, adds a cool multiplayer component, and shoves it on a UMD. Compared to the original, the graphics aren't as sharp and the story's a bit more lighthearted, but the trade-off is fair when you realize you have dozens and dozens and dozens of missions in your pocket wherever you are. Valkyria Chronicles II is the strategy RPG the PSP has been waiting for. For more on this game, check out IGN.com.